Hello and welcome back to another Simpsons channel. Today we're going over Season 6. Season 6. What can be said that hasn't been said before? It contains an amazing start of the two-parter Who Shot Mr. Burns. It's also the first of 4 seasons to have 25 episodes each. The first to have a flash-forward episode set in the distant year 2010. This is also the season that had the plastic Homer head for the DVD release. While looking cool, was much different from the rest of the box sets and didn't fill in properly, so I got a lot of complaints from people who owned it. As I stated last time, Season 6 had one of my personal favourite episodes, and that episode was Homer the Clown. But as you can read by the title of this page, this is a former favourite episode, as it has been dethroned during my latest viewing of this season. As it is also very common knowledge, Homer was originally meant to be Krusty, with the dichotomy that Bart doesn't respect his dad Homer, but respects his hero Krusty, being a dual identity of sorts. But that was scrapped before the series was started, but you can still see the near identical designs that they share. This episode is a fantastic one due to the jokes of Homer being not only a bad clown, but also Krusty nearly being killed several times over for just $48. Now, moving on to the actual favourite episode that has rung up since my rewatch, that would be Lemon of Troy. This episode is pure kid logic, wearing camo and other paints to make you invisible, thinking spray cans can make you fly, getting your money from selling lemons that you got from a lemon tree. It is just pure kid logic, and that is something that is, great. As well as that, we see all the doppelgangers in Shelbyville, as well as seeing Shelbyville itself for the first real time. While rewatching this season for this episode, the writer of this very same episode has actually released a video detailing how he came up with the idea for it, as well as going into other details about how the writing process worked. I've linked it below. It is a genuinely very fascinating watch, and I highly recommend everyone to watch it. Up next would unfortunately have to be my least favourite episode of the season, that being Fair Flying. I know times have changed, and I'm not trying to victim blame marriage here, but I don't think seeing my dad as a male flight attendant would traumatise me or anybody else that I know. Plus, this actually contains a small plot hole, where we see in an earlier episode, Simpsons go to Washington, the marriage is on a plane with no issues, and you would have thought that this would have been brought up then, but you could also argue that this idea wasn't thought of before the episode was created. But it does contain the cornfield joke, which is really funny. Up next are the Stonecutters, and we start off with Lisa's rival. This is a new friend for Lisa, and she actually shows up several times in the future. I think it's really funny that Ralph wins the science fair with just showing off his Star Wars figurines. Up next is Itchy and Scratchyland. This is here because if you've ever written the Simpsons ride at Universal, this is one of 2 episodes that are shown non-stop on TVs while waiting in line. So I think it deserves a spot for that alone. Up next is Aunt Maggie Makes a Tree. This goes into detail about Homer gets his dream job working at the Bolorama, and how much he's willing to give up in order to make sure that his kids have a better life for them. Plus, we have the Do It For Her, which is absolutely adorable and 100% job guarantee. Up next, for funny reasons, is Bart vs. Australia. The main reason why I have this here is because this episode wouldn't exist in a modern season. Purely because not only does Google and the internet exist, but you have Discord and other voice channels, meaning that you don't have to make an international call and it wouldn't cost anyone to bring someone from Australia. Next one is A Star Is Burns. This is a crossover with The Critic, containing Football to the Groin, which I still think should have won, but I can see the artistic value of Barney Gumbel's Don't Cry For Me, I'm Already Dead. Next is Lisa's Wedding. This is the first flash forward of the whole show, as I mentioned earlier, and it's set in the distant year of 2010. It also shows how much Lisa isn't like her family, but still deeply care and respect for them, and loves her dad. Fun fact, as of time of recording this, we're now further from 2010 than when this episode first aired. And of course, the final Stonecutter would have to be Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1. This is arguably the most iconic season finale to the entire show, having Mr. Burns be hated by everyone in town, so you don't know who actually shot him, while there actually being clues inside the episode detailing who did kill Mr. Burns. Up next is Shoutout Time. Last time I asked about Barney, and the first person to get it right was YM Can 6427. who, as you can see on the screen, says Barney lost due to non-alcoholic wine. Yes, that is correct, but congratulations! I've linked to your channel below. They appear to do a lot of videos on Nintendo games, and they're very good at it as well. Please, check them out if you can. So, this week's question is nice and easy. One of these episodes is different from every other episode in the entire show. Which one is it? Comment below. And with that, I think that's it. Next time we're going over... Wait, hold it! Before we go, I need to complain about something really small real quick. That's only a real nitpick for me. Episode 2 of this season is titled Another Simpsons Clip Show. I didn't want to talk about clip shows as I did previously, and I felt like I'd only be repeating myself. But I'm not talking about this because of what's contained inside the episode. I'm talking about the title itself. I'm sorry, but calling something Another Simpsons Clip Show is really lazy and bad. You couldn't think of anything more creative with this? Don't get meta on your 6th season. Sorry. Had to get it out of my system. Where was I? Oh yes! Up next is Season 7. But until then, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. And smell you later.